We're at part 4 of the Spider-Man 2000 commentary.
Yay, more lizard people! I'm so happy.
These guys, I will say I would say, yeah, these guys are the second most deadly enemy in the game. First will be the symbiotes, which we will get to in the next chapter.
Which, surprisingly enough, they don't try and bond with you.
Frankly, in all honesty, they could have. I would say maybe it's system limitations, but I'm not too sure. Even with a system like the PlayStation, they could have done it where they could have had some sort of civilians get attacked by the symbiotes or something like that. But frankly, all they do is just capture them. It's like,
well, eventually they do that in the whole Web of Shadows.
Yeah,
that's why I greatly enjoy the Web of Shadows, because you can save a civilian and all of a sudden
already at full health.
He becomes one of them.
Yeah, but Web of Shadows was focused on Venom. This game is focused more on, Doc Ock and everything else. Oh yeah, spoiler, Doc Ock's the villain. Ooh, you didn't see that coming, right?
We heard his voice multiple times, so of course we know that.
The kids are not going to know it, but of course we will. I mean, come on, like, immediately after the fake Spider-Man pretty much stole Doc Ock's whatever he was showing at the Science Expo, you see him in his freaking regular attire, and he has Carnage, and they're plotting something, so yeah, if they're trying to make it very inconspicuous, they kind of failed.
Well, for new people who don't know jack about Spider-Man, they probably didn't know who the hell those people were.
I will say I did have a little bit of knowledge of the Spider-Man villains before playing this game, but only because I watched the animated series.
Which were amazing.
Oh, great.
The animated series is great, but I realized by watching it previously, it was when I still had Netflix and they were on Netflix for a bit, that the animation on that show was kind of piss poor. It's good stuff, but it's still.
Hey, at least they actually tried with the animation.
Yeah.
That's what art was like back then for those kind of cartoons.
Yeah, Hanna-Barbera style, where we just use the same scenes over and over again.
Who's that?
Hanna-Barbera is pretty much a production studio that made the Flintstones, the Jetsons.
Oh man, I love the Flintstones. I miss them so much. Are we gonna jump down that?
Yep. The whole point is that you're gonna
die.
Yeah, that's what the whole point of that switch there is for. Drain the water, because if you do, jump down, apparently Spider-Man can't swim. Spiders can't swim, so gotta cripple Spider-Man too.
fucking One Piece where you eat the fucking fruit and you.
That's exactly what I was.
How the hell does that even happen? I will say this is a legitimate question I have for the people who created One Piece. How is it that eating a fruit makes you not able to swim? It's really not rocket science. Does your body just become super dense as part of the curse of the fruit, or what? What happens? Because all I see are the characters like not even able to freaking swim whatsoever. They're like, oh god, I'm drowning. I don't know how to swim. Ah!
Yeah, I don't think they go too much into detail because that's just a little thing.
But they're pirates. You would think that if their ship were to somehow be fucked up, that they would be able to learn how to swim.
Yeah. You think, but only the people who ate this stupid fruit are able to not swim.
Able to not swim.
Yeah, able to not swim.
Yes.
Don't a redundant statement, I know. If you were playing this level on easy mode, all you just need to do is just jump down and then you complete the level. But in here, we actually have to press buttons. Ooh. or in this case, web them.
A lot of webbing.
Already
like I said, I would be going through like probably 10 cartridges already if I was not using the symbiote Spider-Man suit.
Yep. You know, I'd rather have Spider-Man have some handicaps where he actually has to have webbing, because it makes things a lot more difficult. You have to use it sparingly to be smart about it.
Well, that's why I said that the higher difficulties, they use up a lot of the web cartridge there. Like I said, in hard mode, I think like 2 or 3 web shots can deplete a whole cartridge. In normal mode, I think it's about 3 to 4. Easy, I think it's about 5 to 6. And Kid, very minuscule.
The fact that you even have a kid mode shows that they actually did make this for the kids.
Yeah. That's pretty much the difficulty I played on first, and then once I got better at the game, you know, I moved up to easy, then normal. There was only one time I beat the game on hard mode. Only one time. I'm never doing it again. Because the name is true. It is definitely difficult. Especially this section right here that we're doing. If I was doing this on hard mode, I'd probably already drowned by now.
I'm pretty sure that you should have been slipping, maybe falling, because I thought Spider-Man couldn't stick to the grime.
I don't know, I'm guessing this is the only part of the grime here that's dry. I don't know. Because seriously, the water rises up, like, up and down quickly in hard mode. I would say that this is probably the most difficult level in hard mode, only because of the water.
Man.
And it's just tedious as all hell, because you have to wait for the water to rise, and then go back down, then rise, and go back down, and rise, and just, yanked his ass to the side. I mean, you can use a web yank for stuff like that, but other than that, it's not as good as it gets in Spider-Man 2 Enter Electro, because they actually legitimately want you to use it. But in here, you know, you can use it on enemies, but frankly, a good spider ball does...
To the face?
Yeah, a spider ball to the face does more damage than a freaking web yank.
I'm still going to point this out, that we're pelvic thrusting, and I'm pretty sure Spider-Man does a pelvic thrust. And if he does...
Shooting him out of his dick.
He is. See, he does have natural webbing. He comes out of his dick. Just like every other man. It's just more sticky. And ropey.
And I'm really gonna go
stop talking.
I think we should just stop it right there, Eric.
Where are you?
Penis.
And Stan Lee comes in. Enough said.
Mary Jane won't last much longer.
Seriously, screw you, Venom.
This is a really short level. All we just need to do is just hit 2 specific switches in order for you to unlock the doors. There are 2 that open the middle and back, and there's another one that opens the front and the third one. You see, if you just hit these 2 switches right here, then there you go.
Look at the big brain on Spider.
I don't know what they were trying to do. There's other switches to like kind of fake you out. Like there's a switch that opens one door. There's a switch that opens all 3 of them except for the very front. But it's God. If they were trying to make this difficult, they could have at least tried to make this game a bit more difficult for a much older audience with the higher difficulties. But frankly, not a lot of the level design was created. Some enemies were just made a lot more difficult to fight, or some environmental obstacles just become faster.
Spidey.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, that's pretty much. That's
pretty much.
That's pretty much what I could say to the difficulty on here.
No, I'm just gonna point this out. I'm gonna keep doing the whole something don't, because I'm really in the mood to watch Austin Powers and, you know, fucking Dr. Evil, Scotty Don't. Ladies and gentlemen, Scotty Don't. It's all because of Mini-Me.
No, leave Mr. Bigglesworth alone. Just love him. Just stroke him. No, Mini-Me. We can't. We don't nibble on Mr. Bigglesworth.
Starting to sweat here,
All right, where I'm going right now, because this is the last level before we fight Venom for the final time. That going over to this section here, you actually find the lizard over here.
We do?
Yeah, you find the lizard over here. He pretty much tells you like what Venom has done to his lair, because this is actually Lizard's lair. And I never really found Lizard. I never noticed this spot here until my recent playthrough of 100%ing this game.
Spider-Man.
I actually never knew you can actually 100% one of these games.
Well, the 100% in this game is...
Shut up, I'm trying to listen.
Okay. And fuck you.
No. He's also imprisoned that Parker woman.
Where is she?
She's in the lair at the end.
He's pretty much just telling us how to beat the level.
There's only one way to get there. Go back along this tunnel and cross over 2 waterways. At the 3rd waterway, go right. Follow it around the corners, past the machinery, skip the first tunnel intersection, then go right at the next one. You will find the
By the way, you're gonna want to probably take notes. Because I kind of forgot where I was supposed to go.
I'm pretty sure the lizard could break through that.
Dude, the lizard can break through probably solid steel. A couple inches of it, at least.
Yeah, come on, Kurt. Don't be a pussy.
Dude, I'm surprised Spider-Man's not going, just stay there, I'm gonna come back and save you.
No, it's only just Kurt Connors. What's he to contribute?
Science, curing you of your man-spider powers, protecting you from yourself, reminding you what's really important in life. Just small things.
Yep, really minor things.
Yeah, those are really minor.
Yeah, but in this universe, I don't think Spider-Man has to deal with that.
Which sucks.
And they don't really go much off the comic books in this game, other than just the villains themselves. And boy, what a cheesy voice that lizard had.
I am gonna be a boss.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is. I will say this: if there's credit that I can give to this Spider-Man game, is that we still were having it was still an early age of voice acting in video games, but it was actually pretty good in this game. I mean, the voices will be cheesy, but at least they're not gonna be like Resident Evil 1 terrible, at least. But, you know, Resident Evil 1 voices were great because of all the wrong reasons.
Really?
Yeah, dude, have you ever...
I don't think I ever have... No, I've never actually truly played the first few Resident Evils. My brothers would be playing it, and they'd be, like, stuck at certain spots going, how the hell are we supposed to get past this? And they'd be arguing with each other. I'd be like, I'd walk up, take the controller from them, and get past the spot they're stuck at and be like, there, walk away. I will say this, I was not a big gamer when those games originally came out.
Well, dude, if you ever get a chance to, you gotta look up the cutscenes of the original Resident Evil game. The original one. The one on PlayStation and Sega Saturn and whatnot. Oh my god. The voice acting is so terrible, it's great.
It's so terrible, it's the greatest thing you'll ever see.
I hope this isn't my blood. And now for our final fight with Venom.
Pretty sure then freaking those House of the Dead games would be even better.
Oh,
You've gotta find Gary.
Well,
There's Gary.
I don't remember the very well. I don't remember the very first two House of the Dead games having voice acting. I remember that 3 and 4 did.
They did. Yeah, you just got face bombed.
Yeah, his yank.
By the bad guy.
His web yank can work fantastically, but mine doesn't do jack shit. But in this fight, the only reason why this makes this fight is annoying is Venom can pop up anywhere. He can hide behind any of the objects here, and he'll also occasionally try to hit one of the switches and turns on the water to drown Mary Jane. That's what that whole meter with her icon at the bottom is how much water is filled to drown her.
How much you want to bet she looks like a freaking blow-up doll also?
She does. Other than that, you know,
Mary Jane.
Freaking the whole Venom fight is still the same thing. He doesn't really do anything.
I will beat you up in the very suit I'm wearing, which is your suit, which means I'm beating up myself.
So he's, yeah.
I am my own monster.
I love how Venom just nonchalantly walked up to the switch and pressed it. Usually he webs it, but I never see him once just nonchalantly walk up to it and just turn it on.
You know
that was great.
You know what? Fuck this.
Yeah,
there,
exactly.
Well,
he's taking his long ass time.
Not too far, Spider.
Yeah, and I'll occasionally lick you, sick fuck. Eat my spider balls. Oh, sorry.
Why, Venom?
Also makes you wish that the spider web had a bit of a... It has a reticule when you're doing the target mode, but frankly, I wish it had a reticule all the time.
You're the bad guy this time.
Like in the later Spider-Man games.
Yeah, you know what? Actually, the Venom they're portraying here was actually also sometimes a good guy when it suited him.
And now we've been played against each other.
You're right, Parker.
When I was a kid, when I hear Venom said that, he's like, "Oh, you're right, Parker." I always thought he said, "You're right, partner." I'm like, "What? Partner? Parker." Oh, I thought he said partner.
I know.
Oh, like he said partner, and he's like, "No, he said Parker." I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Doghouse now, dude.
Coming, honey.
Like what?
So, we're partners.
Wait, when did we become best friends?
After we bust those tech thieves, it's payback time for kidnapping my wife.
They play safe on Venom in here a lot. He's pretty much the goofball of this game.
Whatever. Now,
well, he does screw around with Spider-Man when he does his whole hero times.
Chameleon was our idea. We thought of that.
He screws around with Spider-Man even when he's a villain because, you know, he's just a douche like that.
We know.
Who?
The Submariner.
Submariner?
I can only recall like a couple of comic books that
Don't answer that.
Venom was actually pretty dark in.
Forget it, Eddie. I need Jameson's help.
Which is now most of them.
Yeah, anymore he is. They really betray him as a definitely a very dark character.
We're not going to see Jameson.
I mean, yeah, if you see something like that, then yeah, you're gonna expect some probably dark storytelling, but it doesn't mean that you can write him in a different way.